Have you ever listened to a song and wondered, how does it make me feel this way? Why do I have butterflies in my stomach? Well, if you've ever wondered that, you might be curious to learn about music theory a little bit, specifically chords, modes, and chords progressions. My name is Brighton Conn, and I've been a member of the ELMA band programs for going on 7 years now. I've been actively learning music theory going on 5 years, and I've played and written countless solos in our jazz band. Um, Today I will teach you how to write chords, what modes are, and how to use modes in chord progressions and what chord progressions are. So let's start by learning how to write a chord. Now, how do you write a chord? Well, first of all, what is a chord? A chord is when you take certain notes from a scale and you take them out and you play them together. Here's an example. This up here is the C scale. Now there are 12 other scales, and they all have sharps and flats, which are called accidentals, that make it way more complicated than this guy, but this guy is the easiest to learn with. Okay? So you see here, I have the C major chord. That consists of the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 8, or the first, the third, the fifth, and the 8th note. If you will notice, the first and the 8th are the same note. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Take out the notes, C, E, G, C. And that sounds like this. Okay? And you can do that with minor and minor 7. Those are just a few other examples. There is tons of different chords. Okay? Another application for this scale is going to be modes. Now, modes are a little more complicated. But you see here I have uppercase and lowercase Roman numerals going 1 to 7. The uppercase means major, the lowercase means minor. So what is a mode? You start, for instance, the second mode of the C scale would be you start on D. When you start your scale, you start on D and you go all the way up to D. The third, you would start on E, so on and so forth. Now, why is it undercased? Why is it minor? Because if you see here, I have the D scale written out, and the D scale has an F sharp. The formula for a minor scale is 1, flat 3, 5. And if you look here, this is what the 2 is a D, F, A, and it's F, so it got flatted. But since we're basing it off of this scale, starting here, it's not the D scale, it's the Dorian scale, which is the second, is the Dorian mode of the C scale, starting on the D, going like that. That's why that's minor. Now you see these lines here. These lines represent how stable a chord is. Now if you see the ones that are closer, 1, 3, and 6, those are stable. Those are nice chords. You can end on them and they sound nice. These ones that have the lines a little lower are a little less stable. Okay? And then these guys are very unstable. So now, how do you use modes to make chord progressions? Well, you want to take slightly unstable, very unstable, resolve it to a stable chord. This is the most common chord progression you will see in jazz band. It is the 2, 5, 1. And these are their respective actual chords as you would see them on a piece of paper or a piece of music. And again, like this G major comes from starting on the G, going all the way up to the G. Okay? And let me go ahead and play that for you so you can hear how the tonic chords work and how it's unstable and stable. So you have your 2, right? Okay, and then you're going to go to your 5. Now that really needs to go somewhere, right? That needs to resolve. And here it's going to resolve to the 1. Here's that really quickly. Right? And that's your most basic chord progression. There is another chord progression that I wrote up here. There are tons. Okay? But this is the Royal Road progression, typically seen in Japanese style music. So you might have heard it in Mario Kart or something like that, or some anime if you watch anime. And that sounds like this. Right? And you can see how you can apply these modes to go ahead and create so many different kinds of progressions that make you feel certain ways. And there's so many different kinds of chords. For instance, here's another chord, C minor 7. Let me go ahead and play that for you. Right? Doesn't that sound cool? Right? So here's your C major, C minor, C minor 7. right? And those are just minor variations that completely change the sound of the chord. And so that's chords. That's chords and chords progressions. So hopefully the next time you listen to a song, you can hear the chords and maybe you'll understand the song a little more and have a deeper connection with that song.